So, Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn is definitely a good film, but it also suffers from a couple flaws. Okay, let's get the good out there. The good. The visuals are good. The writing is good. It's decent at the very least. The acting is exceptional. Margot Robbie is definitely our real-life Harley Quinn. She matches that role so superbly, just like Heath Ledger's Joker, just like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. Any person that can portray their character as fit as you could think of, and Margot Robbie is excellent in her role, on par as Harley Quinn. Okay, the story is not bad, actually. It is actually a pretty good, again, at the very least, a decent story for especially yet another DC / Marvel, even though it's DC, but you know, they're all basically the same story. Let's be honest here. But yeah, I mean, my biggest takeaway for the positives would be the acting. The acting is exceptional. Margot Robbie is definitely the standout. There are a few, the villain, Ewan McGregor, he does a good job acting in his role as the villain, Black Mask. I'm not very familiar with all of the comics, but I do know of the Batman Arkham game storyline, and I just found that a little odd because in Arkham Origins, Black Mask is actually Joker. So, I mean, Black Mask in this film is Ewan McGregor, but this is based off of a comic. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not familiar with the comic books. I'm not the biggest fanboy. I'm not really a fanboy. I'm just a film critic. A film and game critic at that. So anyway, the best part I can say is the acting. The good parts I can say is decent story, pretty good visuals, excellent action set pieces. The bad, I would have to say the pacing, and it's due to the high-octane editing. Now, it's nowhere near Suicide Squad level editing as far as like it being a monstrosity. It's not bad, okay? The editing is made for it to be high-octane, but the problem is there are slow moments in between all of the high-octane, fast, energetic parts, and it feels really unbalanced. The ugly. I'm sorry, but the entire third act is ugly. And by that, I mean it's boring. The third act is... It's supposed to be high-octane action, but the action is just done it before. And it's honestly... The ending is just predictable, and again, it's been done before. The humor in it is actually pretty funny for the most part. There were a couple times where I laughed, but not as much as I usually did in the film. But again, the humor is mostly top-notch. Yeah, so honestly, throughout the entire film, I was really hitting home for that 8 out of 10 because of all of those excellent and good things that I said about it. And then the start of the third and final act started, and I'm sorry, I had to drop it. Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn is a 7 out of 10. But I can say, though, you will at the very least have a good time with this film. It is nowhere near a disaster as Suicide Squad. It does take elements of Suicide Squad and injects them into this film, but it's nowhere near as awful. Okay, Suicide Squad is an entertaining film at the very least, but there are so many flaws and just everything is mostly awful in Suicide Squad. Birds of Prey is basically the new Suicide Squad with none of those bad elements and better filming. Okay, it's well shot, it's well filmed, it's well directed, It's well written, but that third act is just boring, and the pacing could have been smoothed out a little more. So, Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of one Harley Quinn, 7 out of 10. Thank you.